Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing menu track. Now the menu track, you can see here, it's a classic one that you just boot into whenever you do that one. Oh wait, I just loaded. Okay. Basically, this is like the track that everyone plays on, and it's pretty competitive. It's a tight track, not the easiest, and I've played a lot. So yeah, we're going raw into this. Just finished flying my micro toothpick. That went alright, except that those my XM Plus, it just keeps detaching and getting desoldered. Probably my fault because of a cold solder joint, but oh well. Either way, honestly, I don't even need that much range on my receiver. I feel like an XM is a little bit overkill, plus it adds just another extra solder joint that I just really don't want to have. That's why for these toothpick micros that I really love, I think if there's a way you could just get like a Crazy Bee F4, even though they could be unreliable, they got that built-in SPI receiver. And I know like Cabal FPV and other people, they say, oh, the SPI receiver is absolutely terrible. Like, don't get it, you get no range. I'm like, I honestly don't even care, because I have a whole bunch of Lumineer 25 milliwatt garbage FPV transmitters. I get no range out of those, and I don't really fly anything more than 50 meters away from where I am, because most of the time I'm flying really tight, just in my front yard. As long as I can rip around the trees in the front yard and do like some power loops, I'm happy. And yeah, so honestly, the weight savings and the hassle savings of the SPI receiver is well worth it in my opinion. It's just so convenient. Like, what is it? What's some new Crazy Bee board from Happy Model? The Mobula 6 F4 Lite Pro or whatever, something like that. That thing's got a built-in video transmitter even. And if there's one thing that really annoys me about these micros, it's the video transmitter. Those things, it's basically like a disposable item. I remember one time Get FPV had, I think, $2 per video transmitter for like the Lumineer ones. I got like 10 of them, and I only have a handful of them left now. So, because literally they'll just burn out, just like that. Like I said, video transmitters on micros are disposable items. Now, I haven't had much experience with any of the Emax products or the pre-built ones, because I don't like pre-building. I feel like pre-building is scamming you, because they're giving inferior parts for a more expensive price. But I do see the convenience in getting pre-builts. Like I know the Emax Tiny Hawk Race 2. That one, I'm actually having my eye on that one, because great value. It's like $115, I think. And you get, what are you getting? You're getting that video transmitter, 200 milliwatts, I think. You're getting F4 board, I think, which honestly the board doesn't really matter, as long as it'll run Betaflight. And you're getting, what else are you getting? Oh, and you're getting the Runcam Nano 2. And the really important thing with the Runcam Nano 2 is that it's supposed to be one of the better Runcam Nano cameras. I have the Nano 3 right now on my Gnarly FPV Primo 3, and I'd like to try the Nano 2. My Gnarly FPV Primo 3 just got in the mail yesterday, and I was so excited to get it from the mail from Pyrodrone that I stubbed my toe and on my front door, and yeah, I almost had to get stitches, because like cut through the toe, but thankfully I got lucky, and now I can't run anymore for like another week or so, and I'm taking antibiotics. But hopefully this doesn't turn into an infection. Either way, talking about the Primo 3. The Primo 3 is a great frame. I don't know what people are saying about there not being enough space in the canopy, but I find plenty of space. I can fit my RXSR receiver, I can fit my video transmitter, And I still got room to spare. I think it's because they're running those expensive linear axis antennas to try to get range. And I don't care about range. If I literally will just fly no more than 100 meters away. So, and the RXSR is way overkill. It's just I happen to have that for my 5-inch build, and yeah, my batteries are kind of dying on that one. So, plus the micros are a lot more nimble. I like them a lot better. I don't really like tiny whoops. Namely because they're like meant to be flown in angle mode, and I absolutely despise angle mode. I can only fly in rate mode. It's like if I try Velocidrone angle mode on the Tiny Hawk 2, or Tiny Hawk, and it's just not the same. Even in rate mode, like the micros in Velocidrone rate mode is absolute garbage. One problem I've had with the gnarly FPV, well, not exactly gnarly FPV, is the beta FPV. I got their 12 amp toothpick board to put in my gnarly FPV, and then, first of all, let's start off by this. I boot up Betaflight and then all the motor pins are out of order. So, of course, Betaflight resource remapping, I just swap the motor pins, boom. Now, a normal beginner probably wouldn't know how to do that, but it's posted on GitHub. Pretty easy to do as long as you kind of know what you're doing. But the real trouble I'm having is the UARTs. Now, the UARTs, it's like basically ports that it's like the input and output port on your flight controller, and my UARTs are not working. I've went through the standard troubleshooting procedures. Let's see. I've reflashed firmware, rebound receiver, reflash receiver firmware, tried SmartPort, SBus, Pulse PPM, and Fport, and no. Different serial, invert serial on off, half duplex on off. What else? I've basically done everything I possibly can. And the UARTs just don't seem to be working. Which is not good, because I've actually never flown that board before. I got it a couple months ago, but I've never flown it. Like, the most I've ever done is like tin the solder joints and flash Betaflight. But yesterday was the first time I actually tried to get it to work, and the UARTs are not working. Very disappointing. So I sent an email out to Race Day Quads, that's where I got it. Hopefully they'll get back to me today and fix the problem. I'll be probably sending them some stuff through email, but I don't know, Beta FPV, it's like I really want to like them as a company, but their quality control is just not there. I've had it with their motors, like their motors are great. A little bit underpowered, but their motors are very solid, but they are kind of poorly manufactured, I must say. Especially when it comes to the silicone coating on the wires, connecting the wires to the motor. Those tend to separate very easily. But I feel like Beta FPV is one of those few companies that actually know what they're doing. Like, in terms of like keeping up with the, I don't want to say, but kind of like meta of quads, micro quads at least. Like, they released, what's that, their new Twig XL? That's like perfect with what people are doing. 3-inch ultralights. Although one thing I do notice, Beta FPV, they love the word 4-cell. They'll run anything on 4-cell. Like, they say that their 5,000 kV ones are like 4-cell motors, when like everyone's just running them on 2 and 3-cell with like an HQ 3x2 prop. But either way, Beta FPV, good job to them. I'll just say that. Wow, you know, I'm really doing poorly right now. I don't know what, maybe my hands are cold or something, or I didn't get enough sleep, but wow, I am not consistent today on this track. And that corkscrew power loop is very, very sloppy for me at least. See, I always hit that. I don't know why. I think I'm just bad today. Not saying I was ever good, but well, there we go. Boom, boom. See, that was absolutely terrible. Today when I was flying my Kabal FPV toothpick, 2.5-inch micro, that thing flew like it was on rails. I don't really care about the PID tune. I think I just use Alex Vanover. I just use his PID tune on my micro, which he flies on a 5-inch, and it works out. I get great cornering through the turns, and works out well. As for the rates, 0.8, 0.7, as I said in my previous videos. I'm not good at freestyle. I tried to do a Matty loop today in my front yard, and it just bad at it. But in terms of like actually flying around, I'm not that terrible. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm actually hammering full throttle and staying fully in control, which is much improvement. I think it's because of all the simulator practice I've been doing because of this coronavirus. I really want to be able to join some races over the summer. The only one that's kind of close to me is FPV Racing Seattle. So yeah, I live in Washington in the middle of the whole coronavirus thing, and yeah, all schools closed. Schools are closed. AP tests are home administered, which is going to be interesting because I know a lot of people are going to cheat. Not saying I will, but I know a lot of people who would and will. So College Board's got to do something about that because it's going to be online. Oh yeah, all the grocery stores wiped out. It's kind of like people don't even know when they know it's coming, to be honest. Like, in terms of like, what people are doing right now is they're panic buying things, right? They're going out to like Costco and Safeway, and they are just buying up everything they can get their hands on. The most important thing that they're getting is toilet paper and paper towels and like stuff like that, and basically health sanitation supplies. I don't know why, but it's just basic human nature. People in Washington, at least in where I live, in Western Washington, they're not used to feeling out of control because they've got lots of money, they've got lots of time, they have great influence, and they have secure jobs, which makes them feel like they're in control most of the time because they've got it all together. And now, when they don't have it all together, when there's a pandemic going on in the world, boom, they feel insecure about themselves, they're not used to not being in control, so they're panic buying things to make it seem like they're in control. And it's ridiculous, because now, when my family needs to get like band-aids or like alcohol just to clean my cut that I got yesterday, we're almost out, they're all out. So it doesn't benefit anybody if they just keep panic buying, because the governor, although he closed Jamesley, he closed all businesses, he's still like, hey, Safeway, Trader Joe's, the banks, hospitals, you guys gotta stay open, because without you guys and your workers, we're just basically done for. You guys are carrying society forward. So as long as the distribution centers and grocery stores and all the raw essential places are as long as they're open, people can still get food. I mean, like, literally, it makes no sense why people would just hoard things in their home. Like we just slap on a mask, put some gloves on, and then just go to the grocery store. Like what is so difficult about that? Just because you feel like it's like some zombie apocalypse? Because people in our area, I feel like it's all hype. You know what I mean? The true reality of the situation hasn't hit them. Like they're still just hanging out, doing whatever. Yeah, it'll be all right. They tell everybody, but I don't know. I really don't know. Well, that was my mini coronavirus COVID-19 update. Living in the heat of it in King County, Washington. But yeah. Well, I'm really sloppy today. Oh, and just in case you didn't know, the other quad that you see flying is apparently my best lap ghost. So yeah, best lap ghost most of the time is just me getting lucky, and then I won't be able to hit that time consistently for like another month until I get better. So I still remember when I first got this game last summer. I was so bad at it. I flew the very beginner profile one, and I thought that I was super good at that. And then I tried the Pro Light version, the one that I fly right now. I tried it for like 5 minutes, and I just gave up because I was just like going like this, and I'm like, what? I'm ending up all the way up there. How do I control the quad? But now it's all about throttle management and camera up tilt. And I feel like, okay, here's the thing. I've been flying the spec one for a while, and I'm trying to switch back to the Pro Light. And I think that's the reason why I'm crashing so much, because I'm not necessarily used to the weight handles, and because it's a little bit underpowered from the spec one. Actually, a lot. And the spec one has a lot more power, so you can just kind of hammer the throttle and then just hit stuff. So I was a lot faster in the spec one. This Pro Light one forces you to race smart, slow down, think about your lines, and to not make that many mistakes. Wow, this video, I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's going to be a longer one. It's going to probably take a couple hours for it to upload. And the really annoying thing about uploading is that our internet's so slow that it wipes out our whole internet connection while anything's uploading. So if I'm going to be uploading this, the internet is going to be down for at least a couple of hours. So that's why I tend to upload things in the night when everyone's sleeping, and then just leave it, and then in the morning the YouTube video's up. I'm gonna do one more lap, see if I can not crash this time, and I think we can call it good for today, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoy this type of stuff, if you want me to give more coronavirus updates, just comment down in the comment section. Maybe leave a like. I don't know if you like this type of stuff. But yeah, thank you guys.